The New York Knicks, baby.
Knicks Rehab.
132, 120. Ass whooping. Second half ass whooping. The first half was a little competitive. We see Big Brunson out here. The celebration. Banchero looking tired as hell. He ain't back in shape. D-Wade and Stan Van Gundy, one of the worst coaches of all time. That's a stretch. I'm sorry, Flea. I gotta stop doing that. They called it out. After he hit a layup, he looked crazy. Big Brunson went for 40.
40 ball.
Big Body went for 40. That's all you got to know, really. Why even go through the rest of the stat sheet? Because Flea cursed me out. That's why. 12 for Josh Hart. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Fouled out of the game. Josh Hart is crazy. You can't guard Paolo, bro. They're going to call it on you. 24 and 6 for OG Anunoby. Bananas. 4 assists, 3 steals, 4 turnovers. Looking a little more comfortable out there on that court. 29 for Anthony Towns. 2 rebounds short of a double-double. 9 of 11 from the field. I like this movement. We'll talk about that in a second. He was gracious out there. 16 for Mikal Bridges. 3 assists, 3 rebounds. They're looking to get comfortable out there. The bench, if you notice, it got 4 guys off the bench. Gave us a couple of breaks. It was really an 8-man rotation. Y'all saw he had, gave a couple of minutes. I think it was to Anthony Towns in the first quarter. He picked up his second foul. He gave him a break. Or maybe Josh Hart. I forgot who it was in the first quarter, but that's when I seen his minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Mitchell Robinson. There was a couple moments of dominance out there. Caught a nice little lob. That was from Brunson. Flea.
Mm-hmm.
Psycho Tycho had a couple moments. He turned over a couple bad turnovers, but great passes. Pushed the pace. On the Orlando Magic side, Paolo, who's not even in game sheet, scored 25. He looks rusty, but he's a specimen out there. 26 for Jalen Suggs. 25 of those points were in the first half. Second half, he ended up hurting his knee or something. But there was no way he was going to go for 50. He was going to run out of gas. I think the Knicks game plan was just like, yo, man, just let him score, man. Matador. 18 points for Desmond Bane. It felt like he had more. Always spicy. Got a text from the ref. He just does things mad impulsive. He thinks he's slick. Trying to apologize to the ref afterwards. 14 for Wendell Carter. 12 for Anthony Black. Nobody had 10 rebounds in the game at all from either side. But, of course, we got to get to the charts, the game charts, before I move forward because Flea will kill me. See, the first half, Knicks in Orlando were going back and forth. 11 lead changes during the game. During the second half, there was a couple in the third quarter when the Magic went on a 12-2 run after a timeout in about the 8-9 minute mark. And after that, they came back, started roaring. But then the Knicks picked up the dominance that they established in the beginning of the third quarter. 132-120, of course, was the score. 48-53 was the rebounding. Right, edge to goes toward the Orlando Magic. 28 assists each team, 9 steals for each team. 7-3 blocks the Knicks had. A couple blocks that were Anthony Towns. Oh, they all seemed like they were on Desmond Bane. Every block was like on Desmond Bane. 12-14 turnovers. The Knicks got the edge on that. 60% from the field. The Magic couldn't stop us, bro. And the Magic ran out of gas because they were on fire in the first half. And that 31% field goal percentage, 3-point percentage felt like it was 100% from in the first half of the Magic. That slowed down. The Knicks shot 35% and 74% from the free throw line. I know the Magic dominated the paint in the first half. They had like 22 points. The Knicks end up winning that battle, 70-62. Second chance points. The Magic have more, but the Knicks felt like took advantage of more. 20-19 in fast break points, which seems to be what the Magic are starting to pull off today in this day and age. They're playing a lot faster ever since Banchero got hurt in the beginning of this year. Seems to be something they're pushing. But big victory, all ball. How you feeling about this game, about the NBA Cup Finals appearance by the Knicks, by getting the Magic up out of here?
This is what we've been looking for as Knicks fans. Basketball that we looking for as Knicks fans. Great basketball game. I was on the edge of my seat the whole game. Listen, that third quarter got a little shaky. We gave up the lead, but great basketball game. Listen, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy. elegant. Tory B in the building. What up, Tory B? Listen, wow. I'm gonna be honest.
He tried to throw the hate on there, Fleet. Crazy. He said, listen, cut you off, man. He knew you go after that.
Nah.
1-2. They say 1-2 back to 1.
I'm not even feeding into that yet.
I'm behaving. I'm back.
Good cry.
Listen,
I see another beautiful lady in the building. Is that Amari? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Amari Green, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy. Amari Green is in the building. What's going on, baby? Y'all know the drill, fellas. A wave, a high, thumbs up. Be respectful. Speak to the beautiful ladies. Let's get back to this Knicks versus Orlando NBA Cup game. Hell of a game. This is what I look forward to night in and night out from my Knicks. Exactly like today. Pace, transition, and just guys playing up to their potential, playing up to their fucking contracts. Yeah, listen. Tonight we look like a championship contending team. Tonight we look like the best team in the East. Tonight we look like I want the smoke with OKC Tuesday night. Listen, big body Brunson. I don't know what people need to see. I don't know what more people need to see. When him and Karl Anthony Towns can have a night like this, we are going to be unbeatable. Now, of course, in that third quarter, it was a stretch where it was a little shaky. We gave up a lot of buckets. On the defensive end, it was. But listen, we pulled it back together. OG, wow, did we miss OG? OG is legit. But I want to stick to Brunson and Cat. If they continue to just get this chemistry, learn how to play together on the court, be unselfish, listen, man, sky's the limit. Tonight was a great game against a good Orlando Magic team. I don't care about Big Hero just getting back. I don't care about who got hurt. The Orlando Magic is legit. And a lot of people think they better than us, tougher than us. And tonight we prove we are the best team in the East. Hands down. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not having a discussion, a debate, none of that. Detroit, all the fucking smoke. But tonight, great basketball game, great effort. Just one thing, I want to play devil's advocate. Hart, calm down, man. Calm down. You bumped into Brunson, almost twisted his ankle. You started to unravel a little bit towards the end of the game. Relax. But his energy, just what he brings to the table. Listen, tonight was a great effort, just in totality. Team win. Like I said, Brunson, of course, best player on the court. But what Karl Anthony Towns did tonight, what OG did tonight, Bridges being consistent and just solid as he is, and Josh Hart doing what he do. Listen, Mike Brown is starting to figure this thing out as far as on the offensive end. We still need to get it together a little bit on the defensive end because guys get too many easy buckets. We cannot just downplay that. When we play against the big dogs, we got to tighten up. But tonight, hell of a win. Hell of a win. I know a lot of people is rooting against us, but god damn, that was a great basketball game. And this is what I've been looking forward to when we play, Fleet. Fabian, people say we're not championship contention. People say this and say that. We up here saying sometimes. But then you see a night like tonight, and it's like, yo, the great players, the great teams, this is what they do night in and night out. So if we can continue to do this on a consistent basis, then maybe we ain't got to worry about looking for a trade. We ain't got to worry about all this nonsense. But, for me, just consistency, but hell of a game tonight, man. I'm going to be honest. I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud because that third quarter, we could have gave up. But we stuck with it. Like Brown is starting to grow a little bit on me. He was on strike 3. I took a strike back. His ass is strike 2 now. But listen, man.
He gets to take strikes back. You can eliminate strikes. Hold on, Ray.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, bring me back up, Ray. We talking. It's us. Hold on. You could bring
mess
back
with the producer.
strikes.
I'm finessing this.
You can bring back strikes.
Him and Cat was on strike 3. They back on strike 2. Yeah, we could do what we want up here. Listen,
you can cut off strikes. Okay,
yeah,
okay, good. Okay.
And if we win Tuesday night, then they back at, No strikes. We gonna take away 2 strikes, right? But Lee, I ain't see you in a minute, miss you. I'm gonna let you cook.
Miss
I
you
ain't gonna
too,
stay up
OG.
here too long. Hell of a game. Hell of a game, man. I think Mike Brown coached a hell of a game, and we gotta think about it. No douche, no sham it. Those guys are missed tremendously as far as just points on the offensive end and what they do on the defensive end. Hell of a game. Hell of a game. And tonight showed that we can compete. If we play at this level, I think we can compete with anybody in the NBA, including the Oklahoma City Thunder. Big fucking win tonight. Big win.
Flea, big win. Of course, people will point to the fact that Franz wasn't there for Orlando, but we didn't have OG. We didn't have OG the first game. You know what I'm saying? We got punked the first 2 games. Third game, we came back when OG was there. Now it's the 4th game. OG's there. Whatever. But big win. Second in the East right now behind those Pistons. AllBall already a week ago. We was joining us. We are not championship contenders today. The flags are up. Where them fans at? Lee.
Oh, we ain't heard that in a while. Where them fans at?
That's playoff shit. That ain't regular season shit. That's playoff shit.
All right.
That's right, Heroic. It's 160 y'all in the building. It's more like 186. Hit the damn like button. It'll get everybody in contact with us, everybody you know. Tell them what the best Knicks show is, the best basketball show there is. AllBall TV all day. Knicks Rehab. Flea. How you feeling about this game and the Knicks as of late?
Yo, listen, man. This is the first time we've actually had to play for something since last year in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? We plan to go into the finals to win a championship, but this is what the NBA added is the Emirates Cup. You playing for something in the middle of the season, and we handle business. This is the 4th time, I think, or the 4th time we played Orlando in the first 2 months of the season. I think we finally figured them out. I don't care about not having Franz Wagner, hell of a player, but I just think we figured out how to attack them. Meet them with physicality. I was worried about us being physical and being punked and all of that kind of stuff. I don't even want to hear that no more. We match physicality with them now. They can't bump us off our spots. They can't push us and grab us and try to muck the game up and get us out of our game. We just bring it straight to them. And Mosley is trying to figure out a way how to defend us as opposed to bringing it to us now. Big shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. Jalen Brunson really, really, really impressed me tonight. Just with how he didn't turn it into a one-on-one matchup, even though he had 25 points in the first half. Jalen Suggs had 25 points in the first half. So it looks like a duel, right? But it really wasn't. Jalen Brunson was picking his spots right. He knew when to get guys involved. He was passing his ass off today. And then it was just becoming infectious, right? Cat saw how aggressive Brunson was. He was like, listen, I'm going to be as aggressive as him. Brunson didn't settle for a lot of threes today. How many threes did he take today? 5 maybe? Cat didn't settle for a lot of threes. And the ones that he did settle, he made them. So now, like, I love how we played tonight. Cat was bringing it to Wendell Carter. He wasn't letting him off the hook, getting to the rim. Everybody was getting to the free throw line. And then the thing that I talk about the most, defense. Defense. When we get stops, when we flying around, when we picking up for each other, when we get into rotation and contest and all of this, everything that we doing on the defensive end, on the string, staying together, that's what we showed tonight. And I think that's the makings of a championship team. If we could score with the best of them, you see Brunson. Brunson's going to get it no matter what. I saw Brandon Jennings talking that fly shit about just put a bigger guard on Brunson. You put a bigger guard on Brunson and he's going to give him 35 too. So I don't even want to hear that shit. It's about the other guys. And when the other guys show up, like Cat showed up tonight, 29 big points. When OG shows up tonight, more than just a 3-and-D guy, he's getting mixy in the paint. He'll dunk you. Did you see that shit in the first half? It almost looked like his chest was at the rim. He was so high. I'm like, yo, when guys are playing like that, everybody understands they role. Yo, man, we gonna be just fine. Yes, bring the smoke for OKC. I would like to see how we measure up against the best team in the NBA when we playing like this. When we playing with confidence, not scared. Josh Hart is just flying around doing absolutely everything and nothing at the same time. How do you do at the same damn time? But he's doing it. Y'all know I love him. That's my guy. He's just flying around, turning the shit over, but finishing at the rim, giving up stupid fouls, but getting big defensive stops. Like, he'll piss you off, but then he'll do something that really like changes the game. Can't say enough about Josh Hart. And I can't end with this. We missing Deuce McBride. Mitchell Robinson came off the bench and played well. But one guy, but I've been screaming his praises since last year, and he's finally looks like he's turning the corner. That fucking Tyler Kolek, man. Yeah. Tyler Kolek is playing with a lot of confidence, playing with a lot of energy. We are looking to trying to find a replacement, a backup point guard, right? And I know, we're looking at Alvarado. I know we're looking at DiVincenzo. Love those guys. If we do make the move, I love it. But it doesn't negate the fact that Tyler Kolek is playing real good basketball right now. He's confident. He's passing the ball ahead. He's playing better defense. He's making plays at the rim. Like, I just like everything he does when he gets into the game. I think he was like a plus 16 tonight. Might be the highest plus minus on the team. Y'all know how I feel about that stat. Call it what you want. I think it's an indicator of how you affect the game on both sides of the basketball. Yo, big shout out to Tyler Kolek. He didn't fill up the stat sheet, but his energy and everything he did as soon as he came in the game was impressive. The entire Knicks squad came to play tonight. We own Orlando now. Get them the fuck out of here. If we see them in the playoffs, I'm very, very confident that we will beat dog shit out of them. I can't wait to see them when it really matters again. It mattered tonight, and we got them out of there. We made Jalen Suggs pop a tire. This nigga played his hardest. Best half he ever played. Couldn't show up in the second half. 0 points. Had to get to the locker room. Sit down. Physical this, physical that. Yeah. We bringing it. I like where we at. I like where we at. Bring on OKC. Let's get to it.
I wasn't even hyped like that until you guys started talking. Bring on that chump SGA, that turncoat rat Hart. You should have kept the bread, stayed in New York. But instead, you chose to go join a super team over there like LeBron and them. You chump. Ruining the league like all these guys are saying right now. OKC Thunder. Ban them. Great game, man. Jalen Brunson showing you how to do this. Huh? Tired of the whole can he lead the way to a championship? I'm not all the way there yet. I'm not convinced of our defense as of yet. I definitely have some couple critiques about that. But as of right now.
In transition, our transition defense is still shitty. When they get out in fast break, we can't find the body getting back on defense. That's a problem.
All the loose ball plays too. Because there's a couple plays that get ticky-tack, loose balls, they happen. All of a sudden, the Magic can throw at the top of the key with no problem because we don't have anybody that's active enough. It doesn't seem like, or enough players. And, of course, we know about Brunson and Cat. Talk about that ad nauseum. But Cat's been playing a lot better defensively. That's the guy I can't really shit on because he's not getting the real ticky-tack calls. I like his confidence, flexing out there, doing his push-ups. Hulkamania Cat. Mad Lion, is he creeping back into the jungle?
No imposter.
You know it, Flea. Big first half, even though the third quarter we messed it up. There was a lot of things happening, man. That end of the first quarter, I think that's when Brunson was starting to catch fire. He was picking and choosing spots, his spots amazingly. That's what it is. And I think it's the system. But he's also willing. There were a couple possessions where he was trying to shoot over a double team. And, of course, he shot a couple times, but he limited that. Before we know, oh, here we go. Brunson's starting to get it going. He ain't passing that ball. And now he knows. He even passed the ball up to Josh Hart one time off after an inbounds pass because he knows he got it in his head. If I bring this ball up court, I know what I'm going to do. And he now that means you have to trust your teammates because what we said, well, if they're aggressive and they're showing up, Brunson's going to give the ball up. You have no choice. You can't sit there and shoot 50 shots and your team is that aggressive at trying to score the ball. Nobody finished with double-digit rebounds, but we still finished pretty well defensively. The Magic, that's what they lack as the length. They couldn't rebound because they all 6'7", but we have Cat, we have Josh Hart, we have Mitchell Robinson. So they did their job. Mitchell Robinson, just those plays when he was out there, Stan Van Gundy was begging Orlando Magic to hack him. And to me, we've already proven we could go play around the hacker Mitch thing. He plays amazingly. He can switch still. When he played, I think he switched on Baines, changed his shot up at the top of the key, three-point line. That's when Bain did a give and go, drove to the basket, and OG smacked his shit out of bounds. And it was great. Also, Cat did, I think, 2 or 3 plays from the corner. That first 3-point shot from the left corner was like a damn fadeaway. That was amazing. The second time when he drove baseline on Carter's punk ass, Bain got the hell out the way. Get out of Dodge. He'll knee your ass just like he did Jonathan Isaac. Cat's out here knee dudes in the rib cage, man. I'm loving this, Flea. See, Flea, you don't like the dirty 80 play. I like it. Get out of the paint. I'm a big man. This is what big men do. This is the real jungle. And he was acting like it. Punking Wendell Carter. Flexing on him, Flea.
Yeah.
This is my house.
Doing the bronze shit.
This is my house.
Yeah. Getting freaky. Yep. I like it.
And it's the magic. It's the big dog magic. They hear the rumblings. They hear Desmond Bain keep talking, keep yapping. He's tired of you. So the third quarter was a lapse after the timeout, like I mentioned earlier. And it still does feel like we can't really guard anybody from getting to the paint. I really don't know if they were really allowing Jalen Suggs to just go crazy and let him run out of gas. Because it felt like, all right, go for 40 if you want. Your 40 is a little different than Bonchetto's 40. He's gonna get us in foul trouble. You just, that's a layup line, and you got to go play defense. Also, they were switching on Suggs, but it just felt like they couldn't guard him. Even Mikal Bridges changed his shot a lot, but Suggs showed he had some skills out there off the glass and hitting some 3-point shots. But everybody else on the Magic, where do they get their offense from? They're the 11th ranked offense in the NBA, the top 5 defensively. But we're slowly creeping up with our defense as far as efficiency goes. But I'm really still concerned about that perimeter defense. I don't know if we could really, we talk about OKC. That's why we want to play them. And even the Spurs, they got nothing but skilled guards over there in San Antonio. So to see either one of them is going to be a huge test to see if this Jalen Suggs thing was a farce. Don't know. But Desmond Bain was getting to the basket, no problem. Wemby's supposed to be playing tonight. Let's see if that goes. But a lot of confidence. I'm not all the way there yet with the championship thing because for me, you got to play championship style defense consistently. Offensively, we've been working it, and that's what I've been talking about. Flea said this last year about Bridges' offense leading to his defense, and he didn't like the fact that if Bridges wasn't scoring, he could tell that he wasn't going to go hard defensively, which I never even realized. But now we're kind of taking on that persona. The offense is flowing, and all of a sudden defensively, we're going to get a stop 1 out of every 3 possessions, and we're going to kill y'all. If you can't stop us, now what? So it's not like we're a bottom 10 defensive team. We're a top 10 defensive team. So if we figure out San Antonio, who are turning into a juggernaut, and OKC is the juggernaut of the NBA, sky's the limit, fellas. Sky is the limit.
Y'all a question. Have y'all noticed the last couple games, the difference is we're mixing it up on the offensive end. We're not hunting the 3-point shot. We're allowing the shot to come to us, and we're taking high percentage shots. And to me, that's the big difference. Cat, Brunson, they're not hunting the 3-point shot. Guys are cutting to the basket. Guys are getting in the post. Cat is now mixing it up. He's actually getting in the post. He's actually getting the ball at the top of the key, and he's driving to the basket. So I think that's something that we need to pay attention to a lot. Look at a guy like OG. His 3-point shot has gotten better and better, but he doesn't hunt it. He'll pump fake you, sidestep, and then he'll have a wide open 3-point shot. So for me, just to watch us for the last couple games, mix it up with the inside out, a lot of transition, Josh Hart getting the ball and just going downhill. Brunson and these guys cutting to the basket. Now you seeing they throwing lobs to Mitchell Robinson. So I think us mixing it up, I think that's throwing everybody off because as we know, early in the season, we were just taking 3-point shots. So I think that's something we need to pay attention to. And I just love how we look when we mix it up on the offensive end. But I agree, Fabian, we still have to fix that defense. If we're going to win a championship or contend for a championship, we definitely got to fix that defense. But I just love how guys are mixing it up. not hunting the 3-point shot and just allowing the game to come to them. And it looks like beautiful basketball.
I'll get back to the OG point in a second because I forgot about my man. Damn. Sean Wilson, I didn't even hear what you said. I ain't minding you. You think I already got the signals tonight. I'm gonna drink my drink. I'm gonna keep drinking my drink and have a wonderful evening. Get out of here, Sean Wilson. I ain't worried about you. Mike Brown's at the podium. Bert, thank you to Brett Siegel. Hopefully I pronounce your name correctly. He has something to say about Brunson.
It was a well-coached team. Jamal Mosley as their head coach. And they're a really good team. They're physical and get up in you, and they do a good job defensively and kind of take you out of what you want to run, what you're trying to do. When you have an MVP of the league candidate in Jalen Brunson, 16 for 27, 40 points. He makes the game easier for everybody. That's what MVPs are supposed to do. And he definitely did that tonight. He scored for us when we didn't have much going with our offensive movement and stuff like that. And again, you give Orlando credit to play good defense, but you got a guy like that that can go get it. And he keeps you in the games and he helps you get leads. And at the end of the day, he carries you home. So it's beautiful to be able to see him do what he's more than capable of doing on a national stage like this, in an environment like this, so that hopefully, you guys, the media, and the fans out there can continue talking about him as an MVP of this league, because that's exactly what he is.
You heard the man. Brunson MVP, getting MVP chance in Vegas, huh? A lot of dice rollers out there. Big money is on them Knicks right now. Flea, what we doing? MVP?
I like it. The fact that he's able to sustain his scoring output that he's been doing over the last couple of seasons, and then adjust to how Mike Brown is asking us to play basketball. Because, like, to OG's point, yeah, it seemed like we was falling in love with the three at the beginning of the season. But I think guys were thinking that is what Mike Brown is looking for. Like, get 2 feet in the paint, kick it out for 3-point shots. Although that is part of the offense, that's just not everything that he's asking. Like, he allows us to get mid-range shots. He allows us to get shots in the paint. Like, the offense puts you in positions where everybody is moving and you get the best shot available. And sometimes the best shot available is the second and third pass, which is wide open for a 3. But now that, like you said, OG, we mixing it up, getting shots in the paint, getting floaters, guys is getting lobs at the rim, and we still able to sustain that 3-point shot. Like, and Brunson is still able to go get you 40, and it don't feel like it was forced. Right? It didn't feel like Brunson was just out there in ISO and, doing this. It looked like he was able to get his shots in the rhythm of the game. He didn't take anybody else out of their rhythm. And we just played like a cohesive unit. If we can, just continue to copy that game in and game out, every game is going to be different. But knowing that he still trusts his guys in this new offense is what's impressive to me. I know that this dude could score. His footwork is immaculate. He's going to take advantage of whoever's in front of him. Small guard, big guard, strong guard, long guard, whoever the fuck is in front of him, he's going to get to it. But the fact that he's able to do that still and get guys involved in this brand new offense that we're running, that says a lot about who he is. I think that's what makes him an MVP. Not the fact that he could score. He's going to score with the best of them. But this adjustment that he's made, and it's putting us as one of the best teams in the league. Yeah, MVP me. Fuck out of here. MVP me. I heard you, Shay. I heard you, Joker. I heard you, MVP me. I like it.
It should stop right there. The next name should be Jalen Brunson. Flea, you're 100% correct. And think about this, and I'll let Fabian have it. Pause. This is the first time I've seen where we had 3-4 lob attempts. Remember, they threw one up the Mitch that, it was a bad pass. Y'all don't forget, Cat rolled to the basket and got a lob, but it wasn't a dunk, but he laid it up. So you got to think about that. When we mixing it up and things like that are rolling, listen, it just makes the offense that much better. And then it was a play where Brunson went to the middle. He kicked it out, and then it was the hockey assist. They kicked it to OG, wide open 3-point shot. So listen, tonight is how we supposed to play every night. When you're a great team, when you have great players, and guys are fighting to win a championship, this is how you play on a consistent basis. Yeah, it seems like it might be a bit much, but it's really not. A lot of these teams, their two stars is averaging 25 plus. The other guys are averaging 15 to 17 plus. Everybody's doing their part. We just need our guys like everybody else. Do your part, and we ain't got to worry about no trade talks, no none of that. We solid, and we should be in the finals. But yeah, Flea, I agree with you. Put some respect on that young man's name. I've been saying it now for 2 seasons, Flea. Everybody laugh at me, joke at me. Yeah, I'm a Brunson stand, but like you said, Flea, he's been consistent. Right now, we look like the best team in the East. Okay, between us and Detroit. But the numbers he's putting up and what he's doing, let's not forget he deals with injuries too. OG in and out the lineup. Mitchell Robinson in and out the lineup. Deuce Shem in and out the lineup. And he still has us legit. Listen, top 3 MVP candidate. I said in the beginning of the season. Now look. Now we got coaches and now the NBA starting to pay attention now. Yeah, okay.
Real quick, Fabian, I like this, and keep us all up here, though, bro. I like this. Keep us. I want to see how I say this, but like for real, Mike Brown does a good job of that. Like you don't find too many coaches like singling their guy out and saying, putting a vote of confidence out there to say and propping him up and putting him where he, respectively needs to be. Like Mike, that's a great thing from your head coach, right? Like you need that from your guy, especially that has a voice that he has in the NBA. Yeah, Tibbs, is well respected amongst coaches and things like that. But Mike Brown has sat next to a lot of different guys, right, that have heavy influence in the NBA, right? He's been around a lot of different guys that got a lot of different players. So when he starts talking like that, that says a lot, right? And that's putting Brunson in the air that he needs to be with how he's playing right now. It just is what it is. Like, for us to go forward, I just want to say this too. For us to go forward, whatever the team looks like, the team got to be cohesive. Like, the team has to be one. I see the comments and I see what's going on. Like, we can't pit our guys against each other. Whether you love Cat more or whether you love Brunson more, the fact remains is that they have to be a cohesive unit for us to win. I don't care who's better or who's not. That doesn't matter to me. It matters about who's playing their role, who's doing what they do best that's going to allow us to win games. Spit all the stats that you want at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm a stats guy too. We can have a stats war offline. At the end of the day, we got to win games. We're trying to win a championship. And if we can look like this, where Brunson is going to go out there and dominate his matchup every night and be a factor and just be one of the best players, if not the best player on the floor. And then he has Cat backing him up, where Cat is going to clean the glass, play competent defense, and still be 25 plus a night, and everybody else is settled into their roles. That's the making of trying to get forward towards a championship. Yep. I don't want to hear that shit no more about pitting our guys against each other. Miss me with that shit. We got to be tight. The locker room got to be tight. We got to like each other. We got to fuck with each other to win. So I just want to say that real quick, Ray and OG.
I'm going to pit whoever I want against each other, Flea. You ain't going to tell me what I can't do. You were saying this after we beat Orlando's ass and beat the Raptors' ass. No, we do that shit when we're losing and when we win. And you can't do it right now is really the point. And Mike Brown, to your point, excellent point of view, AllBall. Instilling confidence in a guy like Brunson, who's not going to be in the top 3 MVP candidates.
Well, Flea, hold on. Well, I can't take credit. Flea said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Flea. Taking, Brunson's not going to be top 3 MVP candidates. He's not a shoo-in. The shoo-in is always going to be, the Giannis's, Jokers and Lucas and SGAs right now. That's just how it is. The winning records or whatever the case may be. And I saw Mike Brown doing it in Sacramento. Remember him bringing up Keegan Murray so he could boost up his Rookie of the Year odds. He spoke to, I think, Keegan Murray's defense also, and he was a rookie. I would think he was contrasting that with the Golden State Warriors run. He was there with Cleveland when LeBron was a baby, and they went to the finals. He knows, LeBron's. I don't need to say LeBron's an MVP. He might push for it. He might say like that's why he's an MVP or whatever. But it's not going to come off like this. And I guess it is important because the way he points out, even when we have a bad game, he's quick to point out, yo, Huck Porty got the Timbs twice this year, all because of his verticals. He, kept his hands up, and maybe that influenced Cat. Yo, keep your hands up. There was one episode where we were saying, yo, Cat, he was just keeping his hands up the whole entire time defensively against either the Raptors. It was the Raptors. Amazing how he's doing that. And of course, with Brunson, I'm just not. I don't know if I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not shocked. Like, this is who he is. And we just said they got to follow his lead. And really, what we've always argued about for the last year or so, or more than that, was whether he can lead us to a championship. I've always felt that way since he came here. But now it's going back towards what you guys were arguing for. You, AllBall, and Flea saying, bro, he got to play more unselfish. And I'm arguing the teammates got to show up. Well, both happened. They both happened, and look what's happening. They're looking strong. They're looking strong, and you can build off these things. Of course, the trade rumors lurking, and it ain't. See, people think the social media stuff it affects these players, but when you play in New York, it's different. They're gonna ask you the same question 100 million times. We're gonna be in the streets yelling at Giannis and yelling for Donte to come back. That means we got to sacrifice these guys. They're saying that we can't trade for Donte unless you trade Deuce McBride and maybe Mitchell Robinson. And we know right now, I don't know. I don't know if we want to let them go because we're building. SGA and OKC, they already built their team the right way. Now, we're going to go for a championship run this year. I'm not saying to give it up, but there's free agents out there to add to this team. That's the one thing that going back to the Carmelo trade. It wasn't that I was mad that we traded the whole team for him. Is that let's add to this formula. We see something here that's exciting. It makes you want to go root for these guys. Jalen Brunson is so easy to root for when he's not hogging the ball, of course. And when he's scoring, of course, it's even easier. When he's lightning, he's dynamic. And Mike Brown makes this thing easier. We were so skeptical about him, and now he's just winning us over. He won me over in the summertime, of course. Flea will tell you that in a heartbeat. But he also is great to just listen to explaining the game, breaking it down. All those extra coaches plays, I'm not going to really memorize them, but the fact that he gets to explain them and why a Huck Porty is going to get the defensive player of the game for us this week or this game. All those things matter, like you guys said. It matters for us as fans, and it definitely should matter to the players. Forget us. It really doesn't matter what we say. It matters what is going on in that locker room with the trade rumors lingering. These guys are showing up, and I would imagine if it was any other locker room, maybe a different coach, maybe a different leader in Brunson, I would imagine this thing would be turning out rocky.
Y'all both made great points, and you said something that I'm gonna just respond to real quick, just brief. You said you're not surprised. I'm more so surprised of the league and the NBA and just everybody that covers the league not giving Brunson the props he deserves. Because if this was anybody else, if this was, y'all got to remember when John Morant was in his heyday, people was going berserk. Brunson is doing something in New York that people thought could never be done. Like you said, the New York media, just New York in general, is so difficult to play. And what this man has been doing since he's been here is nothing short of spectacular. And for people to still not have him in top MVP votes, to still not talk about him in top MVP votes, I'm still seeing the same three names: SGA, Joker, granted. But after that, where's Brunson? Right, we get Luka, we get Giannis, but Giannis and them ain't winning no games like us. So for me, I'm just disappointed in the basketball world. And it's not because I'm a Knicks fan and a diehard Brunson fan. It's just, you got to give props when props is due. This man is 6'1". They say he's 6'2". And what he's doing on the court night in and night out on a consistent basis is insane. He's averaging 28. Come on, man. Come on. So for me, he's not playing with another all-first NBA. He's not playing with a super great defense. And what he's doing, listen, man, people need to stop ignoring that. So, Flea, I love that you said that just to acknowledge what Mike Brown is doing, because if Knicks Rehab don't do it, if our family in the chat don't do it, if Mike Brown don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. Ain't none of these niggas that got these podcasts, these permanent former players, and they have players on there, Nobody's talking about big body Brunson like how we would. They're going to continue to keep talking about the same name over and over again. So I am a little shocked that guys are just not giving this guy the props he deserves, especially now that he's been doing it since he's been here. It's insane. I want to see how he gets robbed from All NBA first team. I want to see how he's going to get robbed. I just want to see how this is going to play out if he continues to play like this.
Real quick, Flea. We continuing the Brunson glaze. A Pap
He
says
deserves it.
Brunson is the greatest Knick since Patrick Ewing.
I mean, you would have to agree with that, right? Whether you like Melo or not, I think you would have to agree with what he's putting together, like the Knicks resume that he's putting together. I thought, I'm a big Melo fan. I thought Melo's resume in New York was solid, right, for the time. But right now, the resurrection of the New York Knicks is fully like attached to Jalen Brunson. Everything is all the steps have kind of started with Jalen Brunson. Yes, Julius Randle is there to kind of be that conduit to get us there, but Jalen Brunson is the reason that we go to a next level. We talking about deep playoff runs. We talking about back-to-back 50-win seasons. We talking about that where people are respecting when the Knicks come into their gym. When you come into the Garden, you can't buy a win, right? Like that is completely attached to Jalen Brunson, and then just putting the team together. But if we're talking about since Patrick Ewing, like you have to give Jalen Brunson his kudos because he's just been playing lights out and it's consistent, right? There hasn't been a drop off. It looks like he just continues to get better and better. Every year it looks like he's adding something more and more to where you can't stop him, right? Find me a guard that's gonna stop him. I heard Brandon Jennings. I keep getting back to that. I heard what the fuck Brandon Jennings said. And from my recollection, I can't find nobody that has had great success with slowing down Jalen Brunson. I'm sure you could find me somebody who has had Jalen Brunson shoot the ball at 40%. I'm sure you could find me that. Great. But I'm talking about in totality, this nigga kicks anybody's ass that's in front of him. Whatever defense they throw at him, he tries to figure it out. Our guys got to show up, and that's what's been happening. That's why this thing looks different. Brunson just keeps getting better and better. Better decision-making. Getting guys involved. After game 2, what was that? Game 2 or game 3 last year in the playoffs against Detroit when we had an all-out war on here because of Jalen Brunson holding the basketball too much. Everybody is just settling into their roles, and you can't be mad at this. The Knicks, the team, are playing great basketball.
JR, thank you for your $4.99. I agree 100% with you all, ball. Brunson carried a hurt and depleted team to a game 7 of the second round, and the media called it a fluke. He's our MVP. And is Brunson the greatest Knick since Patrick Ewing? I'm too young to remember to recall the draft, and all we could rely on was my mom telling me she was in Shea Stadium when the Knicks won the lottery, and they knew they were getting Patrick Ewing. We were going to get Patrick Ewing, and how ecstatic the whole city was because of it. And of course, if she was in Shea Stadium in the 80s, dear Lord, Mom, what you was doing out there? I gotta call my mom tonight, please. Hold on, I just thought about this. What you was doing in Shea Stadium in 1984? Huh? But I digress. People don't want to hear this. I wish AllBall was back. I think Brunson's a better Knick than Patrick Ewing, Carmelo Anthony.
Why does it have to be better? Why does it have to
be
better Knick than Patrick Ewing? Are you
He's
nuts?
better. He's better, Flea.
No.
Patrick Ewing went to go sign with David Falk, Michael Jordan's agent. He told.
What does that have to do with anything?
He told X-Man, "Go do what's good with your family for your family. No, go win. Go be a leader." There's a reason why him and Charles Oakley have dissension. Period. When we talk about greatest, of course, there's no way he's going to be better than Patrick Ewing on that court, because I honor defense first, and that's a complete lopsided victory for Patrick Ewing. Player wise, Patrick Ewing is the best Knick ever. I don't think Willis Reed and Frazier. I don't think anybody's touching Patrick Ewing in terms of skills, talent, basketball talent. But in terms of who he is, what he brought to us, is beyond just being ecstatic, being able to root for him. I remember just being frustrated with Patrick Ewing in the 90s, and we got frustrated with Brunson. We do get frustrated with Brunson when he hogs the ball too much. Patrick Ewing was a black hole. There were things about him where we had to go to school and really deal with this every single day. And with Brunson, he helped lead the way. Of course, his agency is a little bit different. His family's running the whole organization. I don't know if the Badman, if Patrick Ewing and the Badman family was running the Knicks, how it would have turned out differently.
It's a different time.
Maybe
that wouldn't even been possible. It's
Of
a
course.
different era of basketball.
It is.
That wouldn't even been possible. This is new age shit. This is fly shit. Like,
and yet here we are, where this could have been an utter failure. We've seen how nepotism works on the Lakers. That's how it works the other way. This could be a complete
you got
failure.
me loving on Jalen Brunson, and now you want me to turn on him in the same hour?
You don't have to turn on him. We've seen the Pistons, what they did, fail that nepotism, turned everything around, got rid of Joe Dumars, got rid of the old coach, and now they turned things around. Nepotism can be bad and good. It doesn't matter how you put a team together, but this thing could have fell right flat on his face. Brunson is a 6 foot scoring guard, and he's leading the way, the face of a really, in my opinion, it has to be the most valuable team in the NBA. I don't know how they differentiate all that. I don't know how they distinguish how the Knicks are less valuable than the Golden State Warriors. I can't believe that with so many stadiums that we take over, even while we lose. And Brunson helped complete the mission that Leon Rose started with the Randalls of the world and Tom Thibodeau's of the world. Again, he played with Luka, conference finals. We should have made a conference final with Julius Randle. We made the conference finals last year with Cat, different coaches. This is what he's doing. So as far as him being the best Knick since Patrick Ewing, I got him the best Knick since the 70s guys, and we're playing like the 70s guys that we've always heard about. Because the way I heard about them watching the documentary, they just seem to be the guys that, of course you had the 60s teams, but those 70s Knicks changed sports, in my opinion. The way they talk about them is like, they were a team top to bottom. They had Clyde Frazier and Black Jesus out there, the original. The Cadillac backcourt. They thought the Rolls Royce backcourt, they thought it wasn't going to work, and they made it work because they were selfless. And Brunson, being a scoring guard, we're asking him to be selfless, and he's doing it in real time with a new coach. And he's just amazing, man. He's just amazing, Flea.
Yeah. I do not tolerate any Patrick Ewing hate. I think it's some of the most ridiculous shit that New York Knicks, that diehard New York Knicks fans love to lean into because of the disappointment and not winning. I think it's a cop-out. I think it's soft. I think it's weak of New York Knicks fans to ever do that. I love Jalen Brunson, but allow this story to play out before we start crowning Jalen Brunson. Like, let this story play out. Patrick Ewing led a team for a decade by himself as the best player, with John fucking Starks as his second best player. Please, everybody that has something to say about Patrick Ewing, shut the fuck up, respectfully. That's the most asinine thing anybody ever says about Patrick Ewing and all the hate that he gets. He played defense. He was a top 5 center in the league every year, top 3 at some point. Now, first team All NBA at one point. Like, y'all gotta stop with the revisionist history. It's ridiculous. We did not win. Absolutely right. But like, slow down with the acting like Patrick Ewing didn't come here and do everything he could to win us a championship. Stop it. Again, his second best player was John Starks. You niggas love John Starks because he used to bag groceries and made the NBA. He was never a great 2 guard in the NBA. Stop this shit. Show respect to Patrick Ewing. You niggas are nuts. Jalen Brunson is great. Karl Anthony Towns is great. Do not disrespect Patrick Ewing. You niggas are fools. Go back and watch. Miss me with he was a ball hog. Who was his second best player? Charles Oakley? Like, stop this, man. Stop this. We were a great team in the 90s solely because of Patrick Ewing. And they did nothing to surround him with great players until he was old And then they bring in a Allen Houston. Then they bring in a Spreewell. Then they bring in a Marcus Camby. Like, tell the whole story. Stop with this, oh, we don't like Patrick Ewing because of the finger roll and because of this and because of that. Shut the hell up. Go back to what really happened. Stop that, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all better than that.
If it wasn't for him, I don't know where the Knicks would be at this point. Patrick Ewing bridged the gap between the obscure Knicks, Bernard King going down. He deserves a statue in front of the guard. I don't know where that's
crazy.
at. Again, he's probably the best Knick player of all time. But I'm talking about greatness. I'm talking about when we root for a guy. I'm talking about everything that big body Brunson brings for a 6-foot guard that you said you agree with Becky Hammond's punk ass about. That's what I'm talking about. He shouldn't be in this position, and he's in it. He was a number 1 draft pick. He was supposed to be all that. And if I feel disappointed in it, I just do. And I haven't felt disappointed in Brunson, really. I just haven't. Yeah, I could point to his defense. Yeah, I could point to certain things, but he makes up for all that. And he's the leader of this team. And he's showing it through and through and through every night, night in, night out. Even when they ask him about the MVP, nah, it ain't all that, man. I ain't worried about no MVP. I'm worried about winning. And I didn't even get to his last 5 games before tonight. He's been shooting crazy.
This
35
is 5
points.
in a row, matter of fact, right? Got 5 wins in a row.
Yep, this is our 5th win in a row.
Yep.
35 points, 33 points, 26 points for his last 4 games. 40 tonight, of course. He shot 13 of 19, 10 of 23, 9 of 17, 9 of 16. He's going crazy. The assists aren't all the way up, but you know, he's doing this thing, man. I just gotta show him love. And we gotta show the Super Chats love, damn it. Because they bringing up Carmelo Anthony. Hey, Pap, thank you for your $5. The Carmelo teams had 2 good years. After Roy Hibbert blocked that shot, it was never the same. Did that hurt more than the finger roll, the Patrick Ewing finger roll? Nah. It was disappointing. But even that, like, to Flea's point, he didn't have a full team for those 5-6 years. Melo had to deal with Phil Jackson's punk ass hiring Derek Fisher for the first time coach. Didn't have any experience. Can't blame Melo.
That finger roll hurt, man. You got to turn that bitch over and dunk that. I was mad at Pat too. I get it, but let's not act like he didn't carry us. Like, that shit hurt.
That was awful.
You got to dunk that. And he had the leg sleeve. Remember, he had the leg sleeve on. That's when he had the leg sleeve.
The leg sleeve. He had two. He had a pillow on each kneecap.
No knee. Out there working, giving out work.
As soon as he stepped on the court, he was sweating. Patrick Ewing, man, Badman. Rico, thank you for your $5 and letting Tori B know where the dice game was at last night. Very good information. Thank you, Rico, for being a New York City vet, even out there in the ATL or Georgia, wherever you at.
Rico.
Yo, I gotta go celebrate in Magic City now. In Atlanta, you are in Atlanta. Mad love and respect. Knicks Rehab, Bobby Brown Flea, good take. I don't care who in the West. We face. I want the smoke. Jesus Christ, Bobby Brown Flea. I don't like that. Flea. Nah, man. Bobby Brown was. Come on, man. He has a lot of struggles in his life that Flea does not have.
Fight with Rico if you want to. Fight with Rico if you want to. Nigga don't care. You know how my guy Rico give it up. He don't care. Fight with Rico if you want to.
Rico, unfortunately, it wouldn't be the first time I had to go at it with a killer. But my point is that Flea ain't no damn crackhead. Not doing that to my guy.
I am not. Brother.
I am not. I can confirm. I don't know smoke crack. Okay. Crack. That's cheap. Yo, Whitney Houston was wild. Yo, she told her to pull out. She said, "Yo, please." She said, "Where the receipts at? Pull the receipts out on my crack purchases." God bless her, dad, Whitney Houston, that angelic voice,
Whitney,
man.
Big shout out to Whitney, man.
They all thank you for your $4.99. Can't we address the elephant in the room? Do we make a trade and potentially ruin the team chemistry? That's where we at with it, Flea. I'll say no for now. You can't do it right now.
I say any tweaks to the bench is what you have to do. I don't think you tweak any of our core guys at this point, right? Unless it's that big splash, right? Unless it's that big joker, big pun intended, right? Unless it's that big joker, right? Whatever the big joker is right now. Unless it's that, I don't think so. You don't. You don't. We're finally figuring out how to play together, and this is right over the quarter season mark. We finally figuring it out. I don't do that. Bench stuff, like the Alvarado stuff, the DiVincenzo stuff. That's cool stuff, right? That's cool stuff to explore if you want to do stuff like that. But nothing that involves, moving an OG, a Bridges, a Hart, a Cat, a Brunson, right? Like, unless it's like I said, a big joker, a big domino. You don't mess around and tweak nothing, right now. Even here's the thing for me. I'll be honest. Y'all know, anybody that's been watching this show for the longest, I have this love-hate relationship with Mitchell Robinson, right? One day I come in here and I curse Mitchell Robinson out. I'm done with him. I don't want him to have nothing to do with Mitchell Robinson. Then I come in here the next day and I'm Mitchell Robinson's biggest fan. I got the pom-poms on. I'm going crazy. Mitchell Robinson is the best thing since sliced bread, right? What Mitchell Robinson brings is one of the most unique things in basketball, right? I don't know if you could find anybody else in the NBA that what he brings to the Knicks, anybody else duplicates that on an NBA team. You can't find me one. He gives us 5 to 8, almost 10 extra possessions a game, not only from offensive rebounds, but from tip outs, from blocks. Like, everything he does is just an additive on. He plays winning basketball. That's what you call it. He just plays winning basketball. Can you nitpick about the free throws? For sure. Can you nitpick about stupid fouls and being undisciplined from time to time? For sure. But what he does, I can't find another dude that's going to do what he does. And so it makes it very hard for me to be like, yo, get rid of him because, we can add to the bench. It's tough. It's tough, Ray. So I just want to be honest. I don't want nobody to say, oh, Philly's a hypocrite. I'm being honest. Ray knows this. I'll come in some days and be like, get Mitchell Robinson the fuck out of here because I can't rely on him. And then some days I come in and say, he is the best damn player on the court that can't score. And like, it's just where I'm at with Mitch. And maybe we could discuss that trade real quick, right, Fabian? I tried to send my guys. I've been load managing for the last couple of days, been out of town and stuff, but I threw a potential trade, what it would look like if we tried to get a DiVincenzo and Alvarado in the house at the same time. I don't know if you could dial that up.
I don't know if I could dial. I think it was a picture, so it's hard to pull up the picture. But
okay.
I think I could find it. Where the pictures at, man? Where the pictures at? Where the pictures at? Where my pictures is at? Damn it.
You saw him wilding?
Ooh.
They called him Tracy
Oh my
Morgan.
God. And it was mad funny.
It was funny. But what was he going to do? Keep it a buck. What was he going to do? What was he going to do?
Nothing.
To a streamer or a content creator. What was you about to do? Bust the rhymes.
But
just talk tough. I hate these niggas, man. That's why I say what I say. I don't want to talk to none of you niggas. That's why I say that. For shit like that. What was you about to do? The white boy was being funny. Okay. If you ain't like the joke, bad joke. Cool. Bad joke. But now you're going to be tough and do what? What was you going to do? For real. What was he really going to do? And then his son showed him. Then son tried to show him love.
Stay black.
Stay black. I don't care about that shit. Stay black. I don't care about that shit.
Hold on, that shit was bad funny.
That shit was funny, but it's like, come on, Buster.
You got to be careful. That's why I told y'all, if you see me in the streets, I'm with my family, leave me alone. But now you got guys looking for those kind of, moments, viral moments, and they'll go at Busta Rhymes or whoever it is. But he got to calm the hell down. I don't know if maybe he was having a bad day. I don't think it's his first time doing that. But as far as the trade goes, This is a doozy. So it will be a 3-team trade. I can't pull it up. The Knicks will receive Donte DiVincenzo, Jose Alvarado, and Evie Misi, who's a decent talent out there with the Pelicans. It will be a 3-team trade with the Timberwolves and the New Orleans Pelicans. We would send out Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, Mitchell Robinson, Pacomi Dadier. Deuce McBride and Landry Shamet will land in Minnesota. Sadiq Bey lands in with the Timberwolves. The Pelicans would get Mitchell Robinson and Pacomi Dadier. Again, we would receive Donte DiVincenzo and Jose Alvarado and Evie Misi.
But we would get Alvarado, DiVincenzo, and Misi, but you would be trading McBride, Shamet, and Mitchell Robinson, which I don't really know if I'm comfortable with that. I love the addition of Donte. You know he's a big shot taker, big shot maker. I watched him last night close out Golden State. Close them niggas out. Julius Randle had a great game, whole game. Julius Randle was playing his ass off, right? Steph Curry was phenomenal, especially down the stretch. Phenomenal. The nigga that closed them out last night was that cold ass white boy Donte DiVincenzo. He is a big shot taker, big shot maker. I don't mind having Donte back as a Knick, but I don't know if I'm very, very comfortable with sacrificing who Deuce McBride has grown into and what Mitchell Robinson brings to us. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. It's tough.
Donte's also chippy. Doesn't care about them damn Pistons.
He'll get mixy.
That's what you need as far as that goes. I think that's a little too much. Mitchell Robinson and Deuce for Donte, Jose Alvarado. I know Evie Misi has a lot of talent, very athletic, but he'll be another guy that you have another project in the making, in the works. Like Huck Porty and these guys and Diawara. So it's a tough trade, especially when you have this chemistry, especially when Mitchell Robinson, he knows how to deal with the New York media. Mitchell Robinson today did not look out of breath. He looked like he was in shape.
Looked great.
And because if he wasn't, we would be on here on his ass. I was some crazy top. Shit. I was gonna say his monster truck.
Pause.
Right. Hey, I said it anyway.
Because you walking around like Yava now. You like talk about baddies. You so flagrant. You so flagrant. You're gonna have to tell your assistant to play Mike Brown to get you in the mood. That's terrible.
To play a Mike Brown post-game press conference. Yeah, so Jalen Brunson is the MVP, and we're gonna give Josh Hart the
fuck TP2, fuck R. Kelly, fuck the 90s R&B greatest hits. Fabian wants Mike Brown press conferences before he gets to business. Get this nigga out of here, man.
The MBPC. Best Buy.
Disgusting.
You're nasty. How you fantasize this? Best Buy. Best name in the business. No offense to anybody. All the ladies. Nobody got a name like Best Buy on YouTube, on anywhere on the internet. Hopefully you don't get sued by that company. Thank you for your $4.99. Towns playing his ass off to stay in New York. New York Knicks never scared. The best breakdown is here. AllBall TV 100%. Real. Thank you. No, thank you for your $4.99.
Thank you, my brother.
Myth, thank you for your $5. Salute to Knicks haters in the chat. I didn't even see that beforehand. That's mad funny. Amazing.
They wasn't around.
Thank you for I seen a Detroit guy in there. Get out of here, Detroit. That's like a go help at the Pistons.
Somebody tried to say I look like somebody tried to say I look like Cameron. I thought that was funny.
That is funny. Amazing. Thank you for your $4.99.
$4.99.
Salute Knicks Rehab and chat. So is Josh Hart in the start lineup for good now? We look much better with him starting. Come on, please. Mike Brown already told y'all.
Yeah, Josh Hart. Y'all know how they used to say Rick Fox? I don't know if you ever used to watch the game. The game was a really good sitcom. Y'all know. Don't hate. The game was fire. It was quirky and stupid, but it was fire. But they
were all in relationships
Rick
and stuff.
Fox. Yeah, the football joint. Yeah, with it was just bad. It was bad. It was bad TV, but it was
not bad TV.
I thought it was
bad
good,
TV.
but it was
Yeah.
just quirky and stupid. Like it was, you know what I'm
With
saying?
the white
But
chick,
on
with
there,
the white chick from she's a twin.
yeah, but also Tia, one of
Yes.
the one
Oh,
of
I
the,
was gonna say, okay.
other than
Is that what she met her
the
husband
white,
at? Isn't her husband on the show or ex-husband on the show?
No, he wasn't on the show. He wasn't on the show.
All
But
right.
on the show, they used to say Rick Fox. Now we got to say Josh Hart. Josh Hart, heart and soul, like Cool Barrel just said, heart and soul of the New York Knicks, man. Like I said,
What was that? Hold on. What was that name again?
Josh Hart. Earlier, Fabian, somebody said that's the quote of the night. Josh Hart out there doing everything and a whole lot of nothing.
No, lately he's been doing a lot of everything. That's what it is about Josh Hart. Come on now.
Yes, he has.
Jason Edwards, thank you for your $10. Usually when somebody drops more than that, they're trying to hate. But thank you. I can see it right here.
Love.
Here we go. Pat Ewing, aka Golden Knees, put New York on his back and rocked from 85 to 2000. He made us relevant for a decade plus. Yo, Flea, you went to Rice? Harlem is here all day.
That's what's up. I did not go to Rice, my brother, but I got a lot of family. I got a lot of guys, my brothers that went to Rice. I did not go to Rice, though. I don't know if I'm giving off a Harlem feel. I'm from Queens, though. So big shout out to James Edwards.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.